Act as if. Most of us have experienced it, that antsy feeling that we're out of place or insecure in certain social, public, or personal situations where we're the center of attention. We can't find that mental release from our discomfort, even when we are in the midst of an opportunity that interests us, whether a date or a speaking opportunity or a job interview. We hear the inner voice saying, "This is not you," or maybe a voice of authority from our distant past saying, "You really don't belong here." That sense of not fitting in or being ready for the spotlight is a reality the vast majority of us face at one point or another, but there is a way to control this feeling. We turn to our second principle, which actors call acting as if. What is acting as if? Acting as if is an imagination technique for converting what we see as adverse circumstances in work or life into new and more aspirational opportunities. When you are acting as if, you are using your brain's amazing powers to positively anticipate and create a different way of seeing the world and/or a different way of behaving. It's a technique that helps overcome negative behaviors and attitudes that hold you back so you can begin to make more conscious and intentional choices about how you want to perform and what you want to achieve when it matters. In the words of Mark Twain, you cannot depend on your eyes if your imagination is out of focus. Here's another way to think about it. The word drama, according to the Oxford English Dictionary, derives from a Greek word meaning to do or to act. Therefore, acting as if gets you ready to take the initiative. It starts you thinking about your intention and the possibilities ahead. Most actors agree that acting as if learned early in their training is a magical elixir for inhabiting the challenge of developing a character. It helps them focus on what that character wants to achieve. Then they start thinking as if they were that person, as if they lived in that time, as if they were in the character's situation. Most actors use this principle to begin the process of filling in a multilayered understanding of a character, often drawing on nothing more than their life experience, some research, and, most profoundly, their imagination. You can certainly adapt this approach to help find and secure the manner in which you want to be perceived as a speaker at a public event. Even better, by adapting this technique, you'll find that you can catapult yourself into a higher-level performance. Why and how to act as if? But how does one get into the mindset to act as if? How do you master this technique? One key is in understanding disclosive spaces. This may sound academic, but there are great insights to be gleaned from this concept. A disclosive space is the way each of us sees the world and operates in it, our personal perspective, but more than that. It is our way of understanding how different complexities are interrelated, how they fit together, and how we fit into them. Children can rarely understand things outside their own disclosive space, but as our brains mature, we develop the potential to see and understand in depth things that are outside our own experience, if we simply pay attention. A non-performer might look at the spaces outside him or herself as separate and apart, while the performer sees these disclosive spaces as opportunities he or she can step into, inhabit, live, and portray. Imagine you and a colleague have a conflict over a work-related issue. You think he went behind your back and spoke badly about you. You confront him about it, and he says that he's the one who's been betrayed because you didn't give him the benefit of the doubt. It doesn't matter who's right and who's wrong. But if you can't say, "I'm going to look at this as if I were him," then how can you resolve the conflict? As adults, we allow our disclosive spaces to narrow as we become so busy or caught up in our daily activities that we neglect other points of reference and unique perspectives. Our sense of disclosive space is also affected by factors such as mood and mindset. I'm sure you've noticed how being in a good mood makes it easier to notice the people around you and take an interest in them, while being in a bad mood does the opposite. The as-if technique can help you use your imagination and life experiences to inhabit disclosive spaces as part of your journey to achieve your goals. It's a way of being mindful of other people and circumstances and incorporating that knowledge into how you live and work. Events such as speeches, team meetings, or networking get-togethers teem with new disclosive spaces to inhabit.